Taurus, welcome to Aether Tarot. Welcome to your general collective reading we're doing today. Let's see what messages come out for you. Oh, I'm about to drop some. Okay, we've got the first one out is the Dolphin. Financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. We have the second one out is the Knot, unsuccessful plans. So maybe something you're doing currently is a bit more unsuccessful, and but you have something from the past that's coming back in. Okay, we have the Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Now, maybe this is to do with the unsuccessful plans that you had. That's been a long journey. And don't you just hate it when somebody says, oh, but think of everything you learned along the way? It's like, yes, of course, but it still usually doesn't make you feel any better. We've got the Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. In the Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. The bottom of the deck, we have Happiness. So this is nice. This one wanted to fall out. I'm not going to take it. It said a period of ill health and depression with the flies. So, I mean, maybe there's a small period of that in your life or with somebody that you know, and maybe connected to the unsuccessful plans or connected to the stubborn, aggressive person, but we shall see. So we'll get into the tarot and build this out. But yeah, financial gain. It's nice. First card out. So, you know, sometimes life can have a twist. Something's unsuccessful, maybe it just needs a bit more time, or maybe you're ready to walk away and like take a new path. So sometimes something doesn't work out, but it's a good course correction because maybe you weren't on the path to what is your higher purpose. So but slowly but surely getting ahead here. So I think you're slowly but surely figuring it out. And it could be this stubborn, aggressive person in your life that you may figure out is blocking you from your path or from your success. Sometimes another person can sabotage, either knowingly or unknowingly, to you and or to them. All right, let's go with this. So we have the Six of Cups in reverse. So this is an uneven give or take. Something you've put some hard work into and you didn't get those blessings back. You didn't get that reward at the time, but it feels like, well, something's coming back to you now from that time. So you could have been waiting on this. This could have been a greedy person. This could be the stubborn, aggressive person that's been withholding what's yours, making it hard for you to start again. This could have been the unsuccessful plans, as you may have gone into a project or a business or whatever it was for you with another person, and it was unsuccessful because they became stubborn, aggressive, greedy, and they wanted to take what was yours and not give you your fair share, not give you your equal part. This could have been a love relationship where you went into a relationship with a Knight of Wands in reverse. It was just there to take from you. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Create unhappiness with the Sun in reverse. And then leave. Or force you out. Force you to leave. And then go on to you know, give it to somebody else, or, you know, offer their cup to somebody else, a new love. So like, take from you, use you up, use your money, your resources, your time, your expertise, for something that was supposed to be shared, something that was supposed to be a partnership, a joint venture, but they had intention to rip you off all along, take everything you had to give, and then leave you destitute and go and offer their cup to somebody else. So I feel like this may be what has happened, and there may be a legal case, or just something where somehow you've been smart enough where they're bound to have to give you what's yours, but they had, you know, no intention to, and I feel like they only would if it was forced. Now, this may not come back to you due to this particular situation. This could karmically, or like you getting your dharma, your good karma, come back to you in a different way through spirit, and not necessarily through this project or this person, but it is because of what you put out and what you gave and put into it originally. So yeah, this was with a love relationship. I feel like they came in as a Knight of Cups. They came in offering love and support and all of that, but I feel like they were in disguise as a Knight of Wands in reverse. So this is a shapeshifter that you've been dealing with, and they weren't a Knight of Cups at all. But there could be, or another way, for some of you, a Knight of Cups could be coming in to restore this, to give back to you, to finally give to you when you've just had people taking from you in the past. So I feel like you're no longer trapped in your head, you're no longer stuck, because you got out of a situation. And whether you got out in a way that you felt left and discarded, or whether you got out because you left the situation that wasn't working because you figured it out, either way, you're out of a toxic situation, and you can see it for what it is now that you've removed yourself and you're separated from it. You can see how trapped and confused they made you feel. And you know, it's funny, like, it occurred to me years ago, but I hadn't realized it so many times in the past, when you're with somebody who you're just confused because what they say and what they do just doesn't line up, but then they level with you and they try and have you believe you're both on the same page, but then they go off in a different direction and work in a different direction to you, or against you, or in competition with you, and you're trying to build something together, and it's just absurd. And it leaves you in this constant state of turmoil and confusion. Now I know better, because when you're confused, usually it's not a confusing situation. They're wanting to keep you confused. They're deliberately keeping you in a state of confusion, and so I think you can see that now. You can see how far you've come and how you were feeling then. It doesn't change the fact that you were left destitute and out in the cold with no money to restart, and how long a journey it's been to recover, not just be trying to recover financially, but mentally and emotionally from what happened there. Hangman position at the bottom of the deck, with you've had this realization. You know, you took that time out to just like stop and reflect and understand. And even once you get that mental understanding, there's still a journey, a long journey, physical and mental, I believe, because when something emotionally really knocks you and affects you on that level, it does affect you physically as well. It's all, you know, heart and soul all interconnected. And well, we have a King of Cups in reverse here. I feel like this is this shapeshifter. Now, this could be somebody who's, if you have children, this could be the father of your children. This King of Cups is not in a good way. This is a toxic person. We have the Judgment in reverse and the Fool in reverse. So if they wanted to treat you this way, discard you, use you up, but they didn't think anything would come back on them, and maybe you felt like, what, you know, how can people get away with this and never get their karma? You haven't seen it happen. You've seen them just get away with it. But they didn't actually want to let you go, and they're probably still trying to pull you in with ties, or maybe you can't fully break free from this person because you may have kids together, and so you can never fully like detach completely and never see this person again, or never speak to them, or never hear their name again because of the kids, if that resonates with you. But yeah, it's been hard to like make a fresh start. Full in reverse, like really get out and start again, not only because of the financial situation, but because of the healing that's needed to take place to fully disconnect. This person's wanted to bind you to them so they can continue to control you. If they can control your emotions, then they can control you completely. Because when you control somebody's emotions, you can control their thoughts and therefore their actions. Yeah, so you're an extremely hard worker with the Eight of Pentacles, and I think that they've just targeted you. They've seen that you're masterful at whatever you do. You're hardworking. You had significant progress made and money behind you from your hard work. This could be somebody that's literally taken your life's work, your life savings, crashed your business, ruined your career. But you've been, and you were fighting to keep it, fighting to stay on top of everything, on top of the competition. I mean, life's hard enough as it is, let alone having somebody working against you and sabotaging you from the inside at the same time. And they're probably still trying to sabotage you now as you're trying to keep getting back up. But we've got the Ten of Swords here. And this is over, even though it's ended in betrayal. I mean, there was betrayal before it ended, and it's certainly ended now. It's over, and it's taken a real knock to your self-esteem and your confidence. But I feel like you're at that point where you can see what has occurred, and it's very hard to forgive a person who does consciously, knowingly, inflict pain, hurt, sabotage, betrayal, and all of those things. However, you can at least come to the conclusion of knowing that this person has dark attachment, that they are controlled by evil forces, and that they have mental issues, at the very least, to even be able to do that. Worst kind of human being that can consciously hurt others for their own selfish gain. So, what's the clarify the Eight of Swords in reverse? Yeah, this has been a catalyst for your growth, and you have had this realization. You've come out of the mental fog. You've come out of any confusion. You've actually risen way above it. They have, this has almost been this perfect storm, because this has had you strengthen yourself in your spirituality, come to know yourself, know why you are under attack. You're under attack because you're a light worker, or you're you have this high spiritual ranking, and so you'll always be under attack by the evil forces, the negative forces that want to dim your light. They want to they want to sabotage you. They want to break you. They want you to go to be down and stay down, because this is just the war against good and evil, and you're in the good. And so, now you've been able to awaken to this. You've been able to awaken to who you are, and you may have had a lifetime of attacks, and you don't know why. Why you and not other people? Why does it always happen to you? Now you know why. Because you're a spiritual being, and you may not even be from here, and that is why you've been under attack, and you will stay under attack. But now you're learning how to protect yourself, because now you're understanding why, and so it's clear to you, and you're no longer trapped in your mind about this, and you can be on guard, and you can put safeguards in place for that. But you may go through a period of Ace of Cups in reverse, just being closed off to love, or to new love, and not because you're shutting down your heart, because you're here in the Empress. You're in this fertile, creative, abundant energy now, but you've come so into line with yourself, and you're now so you've raised your intuition and your spirituality, and you're so good with yourself that you don't need that external validation from anybody else anymore. Certainly nobody toxic, and you don't even need it from anybody. You have this inner self-love, and you don't need acceptance by others. And so and I think you're enjoying this time for yourself. You're enjoying this new level that you're on, and you don't need new love right now. You don't need to pour into anybody other than yourself. So you're trying to get on top of things financially, and it's a bit of a juggle and a struggle, and it's unfair because you've already worked hard to make that money and to be in a better place than where you are now, had you not been had that person come in and take from you. But we've got the Chariot here. You are on a new track, on path, and you're headed for a victory, slowly but surely. But I mean, this Chariot can go at high speed. So I think that you will now speed ahead quickly, but it may have been a slowly but surely getting ahead, slowly but surely, in that you've been finally realizing, and you've been slowly but surely healing after what has happened. And this won't come, this won't be able to hit you hard like this again. You'll see the signs. So somebody comes forward with this cup, but they've got a fish in it. You'll just be like, you know what? No, I don't need one. I don't need a page. I need an emperor, somebody who's a match, and I don't need anything, fishy. So now, this Empress could be pregnant, could be birthing new life. So, but just take what resonates here. So yeah, this long journey, being left out in the cold, being left financially destitute, has really been a challenge. But a challenge that you've been able to work through, and it has been a catalyst for your growth. And this has been a rock bottom time in life. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, and you're coming out of it quickly because you've realized. So I think that this has been a massive turning point for you. And now you've cleared out all the garbage, and you're in this Two of Wands, making new choices, deciding your new direction in life, because you're heading in a direction for success. And you've got all these options, all of these different choices, and you're choosing this new path. So you could be single. I mean, somebody I think is single right now, like going on that solo journey, because still healing from heartbreak. Three of Swords. Judgment in the reverse. I feel like this is backfiring on them, and you're probably watching that happen right now. but you're shining. You're in your star energy. And you're making your wishes come true. So I feel like this old cycle has ended. And it's not going to repeat anymore. And you're thinking about setting up new business, new enterprise, new career, new job, getting started again. There is some devil energy here. So this could be obsessed with getting ahead quickly, or this could be somebody still around you trying to stop you from having this success, because the devil always will show up to try and stop you from having this success. But this could be also like just more of the healing to be done. This could just be obsessive thinking about the past, that sort of thing. I really don't feel like this devil energy is yours though. I feel like this is going to, somebody is trying to come between your success, because you've got assured success, and whatever you're starting now, this new business, this new career, this new enterprise starting up, they want you to repeat cycles. They want you to stay stuck, because that was the whole purpose and point of this to begin with. Yeah. But you're not going to. Good luck with them trying it. But the thing is, you need to protect yourself, because this devil energy will always try and get in the way. Always try to come in between you and your path. So let's clarify this Two of Wands. Page of Wands. So I feel like, yeah, you're choosing something that you're passionate about. This may have been something you've never done before. Because you've been out of balance with the Temperance in reverse. In the past, I mean, you've built in the past, but it's probably been more just building for financial growth. This has been out of balance in the past, and you wanting to choose something now that that doesn't just build wealth, but it's something that you're passionate about. Something that you love to do every day. It doesn't even feel like work because you love it. So you're at a bit of a crossroads, maybe because of what you're really skilled at, what you've been masterful at, and what you've done before. You may be changing away from that. So it's kind of like, do I choose the money or the passion? And you may find a way of doing a bit of both, where you've got your day job, or you know what you do for money, and you're going to have a passion project that you also do on the side of that keeps you in this spiritual growth on your spiritual path, and something that you can build up for your future. 10 of Wands in the reverse. So this is right underneath this stubborn, aggressive person. I feel like you can see that this is, I think as soon as somebody comes in and you recognize these signs, you recognize the aggression or the stubborn, you don't even carry this burden. You don't even keep them around. You end it straight away. You can see that it's going to get you off balance, and I don't even think you don't have the patience, you don't have the time, and you certainly don't pour any energy into a person like that. Excuse me. The ram can usually signifies like an Aries. You could be dealing with an Aries, not necessarily, but it could be Aries and a person that you're dealing with. We've got water out here with the Knight of Cups. We have Cancerian energy with the Chariot. You could have Cancer in your chart. What's this 10 of Wands in reverse? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is like nobody can come in anymore and tempt you with, like, this could even be this old person trying to come back in. This person that's ripped you off before. Try to dangle the carrot and tempt you with, you know, doing something new, or tempt you with, if you come back into the business, because they just want to keep taking from you. You leave and they, or this could be, you know, an old job or something. They just want to, you know, keep feeding off your energy, and you've cut that off. So you can't be fooled. You're not going to be fooled, and you're not going to take these burdens back on that this person wants you to take back on. You're holding on to your stability, and you're going ahead to start your own thing and get your own growth going on. You're no longer interested in this conflict that is always shows up around this person, and nothing has ever really changed with them. Like, you see their life and they're still doing the same bullshit. They're still in the same cycle. They're still dealing with the same problems, because they're the same person, and they haven't put any growth into themselves. They haven't put any work into themselves. They're just in their same toxic patterns. Maybe one more for Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse. Yeah. I feel like for this person, they just, you know, they've got the same burdens. They can't make any more money. They can't get any, their passion and desire and their money and their options aren't coming in for them. Not one little bit, because you were the energy that they fed off. You were the only thing driving something forward. This person is, they can't get, nothing new is coming in for them. They're lazy. They're not hardworking. You were the one who carried the whole load. You were the one that did everything. You were the one that had the strength. This person doesn't, and they need you back. They're absolutely collapsing without you there holding down the fort and pushing things forward. It's, yeah, they're in a bad way, and you know, let it all unravel for them, because they brought it all on themselves, and they don't deserve your love and light. They never did, and lucky you woke up to it and now you see it. So everything was always going to be unsuccessful with this person. You wouldn't have ever gone into, you know, doing something with them jointly, into business with them, or in a project, or whatever this was, even a relationship with them, had you not trusted them. You didn't know you couldn't trust them at the time. And once you found that out, you got the hell out of there. And they helped that happen. They helped you see that because of who they were. And now they're stuck, completely stuck. So they are getting their karma. Yeah, they're losing everything. They're losing their money, and they're losing your money, whatever you put in, which is a shame, but I mean, you're out anyway. But they're losing more than what you lost, and you'll be able to restart and rebuild, but they won't. They absolutely won't. So that's what they get. And I'm not sorry for them. That is what they get. And you may be making some slow progress, but yours is going to last the long term. Whereas they're going to lose it all, and they won't be able to rebuild, not even slowly. Like, not even slowly. They'll probably never have anything ever again. And people are seeing this person for who they are. They have woken up to what this person does, and now they can see in whatever this person has said about you behind your back or to others, and you may know some of it, but you don't know all of it. People are now thinking about that, thinking about what they said about you, and seeing how it was all lies, and they can see this person for what they are. Because this person, you know, they used and abused you. but they use and abuse everybody and anybody they can, and it's a common theme for this person, and people can see it now. So now they can see that likely everything they said about you is a lie, and that you were treated badly, as well as, you know, the same as everybody else that they've come across. Okay, we have the answers you need are coming and you are good enough. So full moon in Gemini and full moon in Virgo. A new start is coming, new moon at the bottom of the deck. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, you could have been in this place of like, why me? Why is it all so hard? This may have not been the first time you've needed to restart, and wondering why these patterns have been repeating. But like I said, you know, I think you're now spiritually awakening to why you have been under attack. Maybe different person, different disguise, different circumstances, but you are the common denominator here. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but you were unaware that you will always be under attack as a light worker, as a high spiritual being, high ranked. And so now, because your awareness is growing in this way, you can start protecting yourself. Not just protecting yourself from these people, but protecting yourself from spell work, from evil forces, and putting daily practices in place, and return to senders, and the things you need to do to keep yourself protected. You need more protection than most, because you're a target for these evil forces. And these people, they're controlled by these evil entities. They should know better as well, because it's conscious, but they've let these people, you know, they've let these attachments into their life, and they know it's wrong, but they're weak. They are so much weaker than you, because you never would have succumbed to treating people this way. No matter what you were going through, you never would have done it to anybody else. But it's why it's hard to wrap your head around how anybody can do this to another person, let alone somebody they say they love, let alone somebody who has poured everything back into that person, and there's nothing reciprocated. They were always out to take and sabotage. The answers to your questions are coming, full moon in Gemini. This card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth, but remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you need may well come soon. The issue you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away from being resolved. If you're inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message, least said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. Words have enormous power. As metaphysician Florence Scovel Shinn put it, your word is your wand. You create magic in your own reality every time you express yourself. Attune to the moon. Have an important conversation, but stay calm. Additional meanings for this card: don't be superficial. Someone is trying to flirt with you. Have you noticed? You need to laugh off this situation and just move on. Job applications have good prospects. Talk, and more talk as the emotional full moon moves into the communicative sign of Gemini. It's too easy to say too much, so mind how you go if you pull this card. This card can also indicate an enjoyable social event. Since the full moon in Gemini is a great time for socializing, this card also augurs well for any study you're either taking or considering. So message here is, maybe you do feel like you need to talk this out, but be careful who you talk to in confidence, because get out there, have fun, get this off your chest. Maybe talking is going to be a way for you to help heal and to come to these realizations and confirmations a bit, quicker as well. But at the same time, you don't want to say the wrong things to the wrong people, and your words have power. So be careful what you say if you're talking about anything negative, because you don't want to manifest that negative. You don't want to manifest things like, you don't want to be saying things like, this always happens to me, I always get ripped off, no matter how much money I make, it just gets taken from me. Things like that is like, you can be creating that again with your words and creating that reality. So as much as you need to clarify and heal and get resolved, you want to be believing and saying things like, money comes to me so easily, opportunities just fall in my lap, like I always have more and way more than my needs, than what I need to just meet my needs. I always have excess and surplus and things like that, and manifest that. And this person would have been beating you down to make you feel not good enough, because ultimately they're the ones who don't feel good enough. You also may not feel powerful and good enough when you're in a state of financial distress. So we've got, you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. Let's read that one as well. It's time to be really honest with yourself and understand what's led you to ask your question. Have you been humble to the point of being self-effaceing? Weird. Humility is good, but it can go too far. And drawing this card suggests you may be underrating yourself. You don't have to be flash. Just quietly certain that you are good enough. At the other end of the scale, you also need to honestly answer this question. Have you been too picky? The full moon in Virgo card needs some truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see how you got where you are. Your next step should then be more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work brings results. Attune to the moon. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. Additional meanings for this card. Worrying too much will attract more things to worry about. Have you been overly critical? An apology may be in order. Stop second guessing yourself. Raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. The full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home, and your office. It's a time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It's also the time to clear out your energies via salt baths and meditations, and to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, it's a reminder that any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. So salt baths and clearing and cleansing, clear out all of this toxic energy, because you're likely being attacked all the time, and these sorts of rituals are necessary to keep you safe, and finding a balance between the cosmic and mundane. So when you're going through these spiritual ascensions and growing spiritually, you can just want to just be doing that, but you need to balance that out with the normal daily mundane things and work and that sort of thing. So unless this is what you're now doing for your work, but still just keeping that balance there so that you can stay grounded. All right. Okay, Taurus, I feel like you're on track and this other person isn't. So you're coming through this. I'm feeling good about it, with the High Priestess and the Chariot. Yeah, you're doing good and you're making good choices for yourself. So I feel like you're still in a healing phase, but you're through the worst of it. You really are. And you are getting ahead. So new plans, new life, clean slates, cleanse out that old energy, and put some rituals in place as a daily practice to keep yourself protected. Educate yourself there. All right. So Taurus, this is your reading. I hope it resonates, and if you got something out of it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Help this channel to grow. I'll be back in a couple more days with another reading for you, so make sure you have your notification bell switched on so you don't miss any updates, and we'll speak again soon. Bye for now.